Today we're doing marketing, but a different kind of marketing. Going to Found8 again today. I'm sure you guys know what Found8 is, one of the newest co-working space in KL, and I'm looking for a place for my next hackathon. I go there all the time, but I haven't really checked out the facilities if it's suitable to do a hackathon. So let's go check it out.
Hey, what's up, bro? Welcome to Found8. My name is Faiz. These guys here are from Open Learning.
Nice.
Hi. So this is their first day here today.
Good. So have you signed up?
Working on it.
Sign up.
Settle, bro. Done and dusted.
Hi, I haven't seen you in a while.
Hi.
Waiting for people is always tiring, but hey, at least they have good coffee here. I'm at HLX today for a meeting to discuss some startup related programs. Hope these things happen, so have a lot of exciting events this year. So a different role. All kind of new terms, no?
Initiative. So we're trying to use this space to have a hackathon.
Do you guys like me better without the shades or with the shades? What do you think? So it's been a busy couple of days. Been meeting a lot of people, going to a lot of places. As usual meetings. I was at Found8. I hang out there quite a bit. Found8 is one of the latest co-working spaces to set up in KL. I love what they've done with the place. It's a really cool setup, amazing facilities. Every time I go there, I meet a lot of interesting people. Always bumping into old friends and friends from the startup ecosystem, other entrepreneurs and ecosystem builders. So sometimes I schedule my meetings there. Although my office is like 5 minutes away from KL Central where Found8 is, I love meeting people and discussing new ideas. Sometimes people just want to bounce off ideas. Sometimes it sparks off something. I run Jomhack Malaysia, so we run hackathons. I need to look for a really cool venue for a hackathon. Venue is always like one of the most important things in running a hackathon. I can't just do in any chinchai venue because then the experience will be really shitty. I have to make sure that everything in my checklist is met. Then if the venue is perfect, only then I'll do my event there. I actually have 2 hackathons coming up. So it's like 99% confirmed. Once it's 100% confirmed, I'll be announcing those events. So 2 hackathons in KL coming up, and there's also one in Ho Chi Minh. So the one in Ho Chi Minh, I'm really excited because that'll be our first international hackathon. Anyone can join a hackathon, right? So whether you build an app, or you design a website, or you just come up with an algorithm, as long as you come up with a tech solution for problems, it'll be cool. So we've had some amazing solutions to come out of our Jomhack hackathons over the past 3-4 years, and I always enjoy watching the last the top 10 teams doing their final demo, It's always amazing the kind of stuff they can come up with within 24 hours. So teams come and build solutions within 24 hours. So it's always cool to see young people or even old people coming up with really cool solutions within 24 hours, and they come up with amazing things, proof of concepts, MVPs, something that works, and something that solves problems. Then polish it up and, turn it into a product. I've met a lot of startups that came out of hackathons. So, they started something at a hackathon, then they went on to launch a startup, and, now they have sustainable businesses. So that's really cool. So Jomhack to me is all about creating opportunities. It's a platform. You come there, you just learn something new, you get inspired to, launch your own startup, or you build a really cool app and sell it to one of our sponsors, anything. It's all about creating opportunities. It's a platform for not only young people. We usually attract a mixed crowd, so it depends. So depending on the theme of the event, sometimes we had really young people, university students, fresh graduates, and sometimes we even target very senior designers and developers with 5 to 10 years of experience. So I've been an entrepreneur for 15 years now. That's been my passion. So I'm not exactly an expert in entrepreneurship, but to me, it's all about sharing my experience. There are a lot of successful entrepreneurs out there. To me, it's not about showing how successful I am. It's just about sharing what I know. If I have a business and you don't, that's probably one thing I can teach you, right? How to start a business. So it's not about promising people that I can make them successful entrepreneurs. Whenever I do my trainings and my workshops about entrepreneurship, I never go and promise people that I can make them successful entrepreneurs. My programs are all about just sharing the basic knowledge about entrepreneurship and just inspiring people to get into it, jump into entrepreneurship, give it a shot. If it works for you, it's good. If it doesn't work for you, then hey, maybe you're meant for something else. So my next session on entrepreneurship is called Entrepreneurship 101, Launching and Growing a Business. And that's happening on March 18. So it's a whole day event, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Initially, I was supposed to do it in my own office, but I just spoke to the guys at HLX and they wanted me to do the event there. They're very happy to host it. They have an amazing training center with amazing facilities there. To me, I'm not very particular about tech startups only. I'm actually very open to any kind of entrepreneurship. So if you're interested in entrepreneurship and you want to learn what this is all about, you can join this workshop. We will be covering the entrepreneur mindset. It's very different. For people who have always been around entrepreneurs, and if let's say they come from a family of entrepreneurs, if their parents were entrepreneurs, it's probably a bit easier for them because they understand how this works. But if someone like me, you come from a middle class family, your parents have always been working 9 to 5, and you've done that whole, go to university, get a degree, do a 9 to 5 job, it's not easy to then switch your mindset and now think like an entrepreneur. Then we go to ideation, how do you identify problems and solutions, and how do you then validate those things, right? So there's two things. A lot of people talk about validating solutions, but people don't realize that sometimes you need to validate the problems as well. How big is this problem? Is there a commercial value to this? Is it big enough that a lot of people are interested in a solution? So the problem is validated, and then you come up with a solution, and then you validate the solution, then you can probably come up with a better product or solution. And then we go to business plan. Then how do you set up a business plan, right? So we'll be doing a session on business model canvas, BMC. We'll look at things like revenue models and how to then set up a solid business plan. And then we also cover the basic things about administration, things like tax, finance, auditing, stuff like that. You don't want to start a business and then end up paying fines. And we will also be talking about branding and marketing, about branding a business, about truly understanding your own products and services, and then how to identify the right target audience. You might think that your product is relevant to everyone, but you may not realize that actually your product is only suitable for a niche group of people. So having that knowledge is very important. Networking is an amazing skill that every entrepreneur should have. I know some people say they're introverts and this is not their thing, but I used to be an introvert. You may not believe that, but actually, no one believes that. I used to be an introvert. There was a phase in my life. I'm very different now. I don't know what I am. I'm probably a mix of a lot of things, but I think I have a decent personality. That's something I'll be sharing as well, networking. How to go out there, meet people, build a network, how you can then use that to grow your business. The final thing we'll be looking at funding and investment. Do you have a business that needs an investor? And if you need an investor, for example, then how do you do that? How do you go about that? Where do you find these investors? So if you're running a tech startup now, where do you find your angel investors? Where do you find your VCs? Stuff like that. Or even what kind of investments do you need? Do you need to go to a VC when you're starting out, or is it better to have an angel investor? So we will cover things like that, and that pretty much wraps up the whole day session. So if you're interested in this program, do sign up. The event page is created under PTIX. The early bird tickets are still available. It's only 499 ringgit per person. I'm gonna give you breakfast, lunch, and tea as well. So I'll share the link in the description later. And if you guys are interested in this session, please sign up. You know what? If you're a student and you're interested in entrepreneurship and you can't afford to pay 499 ringgit, give me a buzz. Leave a comment on the YouTube channel or find me on Twitter or Instagram or something. I'm always on Facebook. Drop me a message. Let me know how interested you are to join. I'll probably give you a free pass. But this offer is only for students. If you're not a student, then you have to pay for a ticket. I think I should go check out my staff to make sure that they're doing work. I don't come to office every day because I'm usually out meeting clients, trying to get new projects and discussing ideas or attending events. So I probably should go and check them out now to make sure they've done their work and they're coming up with some new ideas. So yeah, by the way, you know, nowadays you can't wear this jersey out too much because you know how the team sucks. Anyway, if you're a Manchester United fan, I know you're in a very dark place right now, but hey, last night they managed to beat Chelsea away. That was really amazing. So I had to wear this jersey out today for my meetings. Hopefully the team will do well this season, even though we're not going to win anything. I hope we don't do too badly. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.